You fucking child. You idiot. You company man. Oh, I'm gonna have your job, shithead.
There's a place in this town where kids learn the wrong things.
Stack of Dimes.
A place where they keep a vicious secret.
Stack of Dimes.
A place controlled by people who profit from pain.
Stack of Dimes.
Now, this town's vicious secret is exposed. There's only one thing to do. Get ready for
Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes.
Stack of Dimes. This is the podcast that comes and stands next to your desk for half an hour and doesn't let you get any work done. I'm Roden. And this is and there's Camaro Kev right over there.
I think people are more familiar with our podcast than I thought, because everybody knows SOD then, because everyone's got an SOD.
Everybody's got an SOD at work.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
So you're
or an SOB, whatever.
Or an SOB. Yeah, you think you're a producer this time around, huh? You were like, I got a show, I'm gonna produce it. All right, big shot.
You told me,
fucking big shot.
You told me that we were going to record an SOD tonight.
I did, yeah.
You asked me if I could record an SOD with you, and I said, "How much does it pay?"
And I said,
you said,
I don't pay.
$200 an hour plus benefits.
No, I didn't. I said, I don't pay. I don't punk. Just like Van Damme and Death Warrant. Yeah. Are you okay with that? Was that going to work?
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool.
I think we should hammer out a couple other things, maybe off air.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd like to get you to.
I want to talk to you about the retirement plan.
And you got to sign a non-compete if you're. Anyhow, you said let's talk about office etiquette. Is that what you said?
I think. Well, I mean, it's a relevant topic to what's going on right now. Is that a lot of people are returning back to the office, right? It's like we've got this whole Amazon thing where they're making people. This is mainly located here in the Seattle region.
Yeah,
but
everyone's terrified.
Amazon, the big employer here, is making everybody kind of return to the office. Made them all return to the office this week, right?
Yeah.
Was it this week or was it last week?
I don't know. It's
maybe it's been 2 weeks. I don't know. Yeah,
and that's right. I feel so bad for all those workers. I feel so bad for them.
Yeah, everybody's being pushed back into the office,
so
right?
Terrible. It's so terrible. No, I mean, I'm being a prick, but as someone who stayed working in the office through the actual pandemic and all that stuff, and never had the luxury of going home and working from home.
Right.
I kind of have a little bit of like, get over it. Get the fuck over it. And by the way, if they're going to, I believe it was the main office downtown. Yeah. Like where Bezos' balls are.
Right.
Hey, I don't know if we have anybody listening here that works. I'm sure we do. Send your hate mail straight to Camaro Kev /Thunder at sod.podcast@gmail.com. Go ahead. I invite it. But if you're working at Bezos' balls downtown, you're probably doing okay.
Yeah. You're doing fine.
You're probably doing just fine.
You're doing just fine. Yeah. But and I don't think it's like a lot of the guys that I hear in my office, because I'm the same as you. Like I never left.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of the guys that I work with are all, they always talk about, oh yeah, it's the younger generation. And
of course,
like that, right?
Yeah.
But there are dudes that I work with that say that, but never come into the office anymore. Like have totally taken advantage of what COVID did to the work-life balance.
Yeah.
And have never returned to the office.
Yeah.
Right. And and it's so fucking hypocritical.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well,
and these are like dudes in their 60s.
Yeah. I understand the allure and I understand the attraction. I didn't get to do it, so I don't really know, but I'm sure there are pluses and minuses to both.
Sure.
But what I do know is the people that we had, especially the people where I work, the older people that got a taste of this, they definitely didn't want to come back.
No.
And a lot of them,
not at all.
A lot of them quit, moved on, or was basically like, if they make me, I'm gonna
retire.
I'm gonna retire or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, but the ones that did come back, they weren't quite the hard workers they used to be, and just through no fault of their own, just
Right.
we had some cuts, and it was like they were some of the first to go.
Yeah.
I just brought this to a really dark place.
You really did, man. You really
But
did.
they were all,
This
they were all
is not what
retirements.
this
They're
was
fine.
supposed to be.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about farts, boogers, gross shit, people that are annoying at work, people that eat the food really loud.
I've had a. I'm gonna
all
bring
that
it.
shit. Let's
I'm
get
gonna
to
bring
it.
it right to Dirtiesville.
Let's go right
Right
bring
at
it,
right at the top. There has been a phantom puber using our office bathroom for probably better part of like 2 years now. And me and a coworker cannot figure out for the life of us who is leaving all the pubic hair in the urinal. in the
That's a
men's
phantom
bathroom.
puber.
Phantom puber, yeah.
I mean, isn't it? I mean, I always tend to find pubic hairs around the urinals. Is that what we're talking
Yeah,
about?
but this is like an exorbitant amount of pubes. Like this, whoever it is, this dude
He's shedding.
is shedding
You
so
sure it's
much.
just not
like
your head?
What's that?
You sure it's just not your head?
Oh yeah, it's not, dude. It's short and curlies.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, or
Coarse.
very coarse. Yes, thick hair. But it's so much. It's so much.
Yeah.
And it's like first thing in the morning, right? When like after like everything has been cleaned and stuff by the janitorial staff and stuff, and you'll go in there.
Do your bathrooms get cleaned every day?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Thank goodness
Yeah,
too. Because
yeah.
sometimes I'll go in there like, dude, I went in there the other day and there was like a poo trail on the back of the toilet seat, like a stamp. You know, it wasn't like a turd that was on it.
Yeah, it was like a scrape.
It wasn't a topsider.
You either got scraped by, or when they wiped, they accidentally.
Or they're just terrible at wiping.
Or they're just terrible at
right?
wiping. Yeah.
And that was left over from a previous incident or something
Can we
like
stop for a second here and talk about? Do you do a check like after you're done doing your business? Do you do a check and see like, am I leaving anything behind here?
We've had this conversation
And
before.
We've had this
Yes, I do.
conversation. Me too.
Yes, I do. I will always wipe down the seat if there's like
I like whatever. I'm like,
an accident.
did I leave a pube there? Did I, whatever. I'm always
Yeah.
checking what I did there. I mean,
I'll take it one step further. If I'm having an emergency and I have to run in to go pee, and the only thing that's available is the actual toilet.
Yeah.
And I don't have time to pick up the toilet seat and then do my business.
Yep.
It's like unzip, get
And it's firing
gone.
kinda-
yeah.
yeah.
And if I leave a little dribble or something, I will wipe that dribble.
Same.
Wipe it off.
Same. There are fucking people that just.
Respect for your fellow toilet user.
That's what I think.
You know?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
We got so many people flushing with their feet, won't lift the seat,
No.
won't touch a thing.
All you have to do
put
is
a
use the
ass gasket over everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, chill the fuck out and
Yeah,
be
man.
courteous, for
Yeah.
Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Anyways, okay, so.
And especially at a workplace too, where like you get used to your surroundings. Like your work people become family, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, some of them may have butt herpes. You don't know, right? But at the same time, it's like, come on, we're all using these things. You don't have to. And seriously, you think a fucking piece of wax paper,
I know.
like
That's
thin
the
ass
best.
wax paper, is going to save you from getting
That is the best.
from getting ass herpes, dude?
Talk about the biggest.
Sorry, bud. Not going to do shit.
The biggest placebo to
Oh,
allow
my
you to sit
God.
on a turlet and do your business.
There's a guy that uses it every single time, and it's like, get out of here.
I don't like them.
I don't like 'em either.
I've said it before on the show. I don't
Yeah.
like them. I don't like the feel of them. And I heard.
Sometimes it makes more of a mess.
Yes.
Like you can do your business onto one of those witches' hats, and it will get stuck
Yep.
on the little flap
Yep.
that's supposed to be like falling straight down into the toilet, into the bowl.
Yep. That's supposed to.
Yeah,
when you
but
flush, it's supposed
it'll keep it up
Yep.
near your bung,
Yeah.
and It can make a mess of things.
And I can't wait to hear from some texting us and telling us how we're using it wrong or you're not doing it right.
Oh,
you
I'm
know?
sure we are.
You know?
I'm sure we are using it wrong. But
Yeah.
you know what? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I've got these really cauliflower-looking meat goiters
Ew.
covering my
What?
ass cheeks. I mean, they're just. I mean, maybe I got them from that, but you know, who
What do
cares?
you? Gross. I thought you were being serious there for a second. I was
Both
like,
my ass cheeks
What?
looks like a drunkard's nose.
Oh my god. Oh, gross.
Have a drink, pal.
What is that called again? When
Is that called a gin blossom?
Gin
That's-
blossom? Yeah, you got
guys
gin
some bulbous
blossom
red.
butt cheeks.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I think I'm doing all right. I think I'm fine. I only have to get things lanced or frozen off.
Yes.
You know, twice a month.
Yeah.
That's not. I'm not doing too bad.
I walked past my boss the other day. They were having I was so upset with what I found in the bathroom. Like there are 2 toilets in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And like they were both like, one was like somebody had clogged and left kind of a messy mess behind, you know. And then the other one had like a butt stamp on it. And I was just and was covered in pubic hair. And like I was just like, and I had to go so bad, and I didn't have time to like clean up after somebody.
Oh,
you know?
no.
And like and so I walk out and I was like, God, I can't fucking believe this, man. We work with fucking children. And like he's having a conversation with somebody in the hallway, and he's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, go look at the goddamn toilets. And I was like, we work with fucking children. As I like walk out of the storm out of
What'd
the office.
you do? Did you have to go?
I have to go like down through different parts of the office to find a different bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a secret one.
Yeah, I got a secret one too.
But it takes some time to get to.
Yes.
You know? So
Yes.
it's like,
I know I talked about this many years ago, because we don't work in the same building that we used to.
Right.
And for a while in the old building, the janitorial staff were leaving Lysol disinfectant sprays in every goddamn stall, and it was wonderful.
that's fantastic.
You walk in, you just hose the whole thing down,
Yep.
wipe it all up,
Yep.
and it was fucking fantastic. And then
That shit's given us all cancer, though, by the way.
probably, yeah. But well worth it, though. To know there's no ash crumbs on the
Yeah, well,
on the
that's true.
seat,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I'll take cancer over
And it
that.
doesn't smell like a tire fire
Oh, God.
at a composting facility.
Do you share like your office space with a bunch of other like is it just your office or is it other? What I'm saying is, can you?
It's a whole department, so it's.
Could you
hundreds of
forensically figure
people.
out who do you think this is that's leaving these hairs?
You know, I think if we really kind of doubled down and just kind of watched who goes in and out.
Todd,
Yeah, it's probably Todd.
Scott.
It's probably Todd and Scott.
Terry.
Both very hairy men. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we could most likely figure it out.
Hmm.
There are a bunch of. I should stop there. I'm not going to go any further. I was just about to start talking about, the hygiene. Of some of my fellow employees.
Well,
because we do start very early. But
Yeah.
that's where I'll leave it.
I was thinking about that as we started. I was thinking, I wonder if I should go into any of that stuff, because I've basically worked at the same place
Yeah.
for 25 years now.
Yeah.
And so if any one of my coworkers, and plenty of them know I have a podcast, listen to this, it probably wouldn't take much figuring out to figure out who I'm talking about at this point.
Indeed.
So
Yeah.
I will preface this episode with everybody I'm talking about. They all worked in the old building, and they are no longer working with us. So anyone listening, just know that. Just know that.
Everything's perfect now.
Or it was from other jobs that I used to work 25 years ago.
Everything's fine now.
Everything's good now.
Yeah. The other problem that I'm really having, especially with the amount of people that have now come back to my office as well, there is so much fucking food, dude, in the office now. Because people are now having like in-person meetings again.
Yep.
Right? And so, like, they're ordering lunches and stuff like that and having snacks available. What happens is that we are the department where everybody deposits all of their leftovers.
Yeah.
And so because they know it's going to get eaten at some point because it's a bunch of dudes that work out in the field.
And you partake every
Oh my God, so much. And like I used to be really good at saying nope, can't do this, right? Cuz
You used to be really good at it?
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I'm
Come
serious.
on. When were you
I
ever
could
good at
always
that?
I could always pass up food that was actually available in the office.
Huh.
But
If I'm
I've been
watching my
having-
shit, I can. If like
Yeah.
I'm watching my shit now, and I can have a conversation.
Well, that's the thing is
like
I
going
was-
like, is this worth it? It really
historically I was always kind of watching my shit.
Because that's right. You're always no carbs kind
No
of shit.
carb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was trying to be super careful with it and
How'd that
stuff
go?
like that. Well, I mean, it went great for a very long time up until recently, where I'm now like not watching my shit, and it's really becoming a fucking problem. Like I ate so many, just raw dogged some bagels, like 3 of them.
Well,
Why not?
I don't know. Why not?
Plain bagels.
I like bagels.
Yeah, me too. But you don't need 3 bagels.
No, fuck no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, and then somebody put a big old tin of cookies out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh well, we gotta try one of those.
It just depends for me what kind of cookies they are at this point.
They were the ones that got set out this morning, by the way, in the morning. They were the Pepperidge Farms,
Oh
like
right.
sampler
Oh okay.
tin. You know,
Yeah,
those
sure.
cookies are good, man.
They're fine.
Oh, shut your
No, I know.
butt.
Look, they have a huge farm. I'm just not a sweets guy in the first place.
Normally
but like
not
Pepperidge
me
Farm
either.
cookies, people go nutty over, and I'm like, I can leave them. It's fine.
Oh, man, I can't get away from it. And it's just so much. It's so much now. It's like been every day for like the last 2 weeks. There's been food out, and people are bringing like their leftover like the candy that they had from the holidays and shit like that. So like all these candy dishes are overflowing still. And
We
stuff.
actually
It's crazy.
get food brought in now. Like ever
Oh
since
yeah,
we got into
that's
this
right.
building.
You get promotional stuff
we
too,
get,
huh?
we get, like we have 2 bins.
Yeah.
With various chips and various like nuts.
I wouldn't be able to help myself with that kind of stuff.
And it's like different, like it'll be like several different kinds of Cheez-Its, Gardettos. We've been having
God.
Gardettos. Well, someone that had a bunch of like small bags of Funyuns in there the other day. Like it's just Doritos all the time. Always Doritos in there. Always. And
How do you stay away from that?
I just
That's tough.
it is, but I don't know. It's just I just tell myself like, is it really worth it? It's not that great. It's fine. It's like
I don't know. Doritos are pretty great.
they're
dude.
great, but it's like the stuff for me is like if there's pizza in the office,
Yep.
like I cannot stay away from pizza. Like
Right.
it doesn't matter. I'm gonna eat the shit out of some pizza.
Uh huh.
Like you're talking bagels, and if there's like a spread of bagels with cream cheese and all that shit,
Yeah.
can't stay away from that stuff typically.
Can you stay away from a donut?
It depends on what kind of donuts they are.
Okay, what kind of donut can you not say no to?
I mean, I think we did talk about this a little bit on our office food show, but like
when was that, by the way? When did we
it
do
was a
that?
while ago. I mean,
Yeah?
that's probably like a month ago, month and a half
okay.
ago or something. Brand wise, I'm not going to go into brand wise, but I mean, look, if they're just the simple donuts from Krispy Kreme that everyone always
Oh yeah,
says,
we
like,
did. I do remember this. Yeah.
I can do those, no problem, because I just feel like they're just
Somebody brought donuts in.
but maple bars, really.
Oh,
maple
yeah,
bars,
that's right. Yeah.
Maple bars and Boston cream
Yep.
slash what do you call them? Sir?
The Bismarcks or
Yes,
whatever.
yes.
Yeah. I can't pass up a Bismarck. I love the frickin' pudding
Me
that
too.
they put in those things.
Me too, but if it's like a Safeway version of it, I was like, fuck, I don't want because they're always kind of old. If it's if it's
Yeah.
Top Pot bought from like the QFC, I'm like,
No,
I can
'cause
look
they're
at it and go,
stale.
they're stale.
Yeah.
But if it's a fresh donut place,
Right.
and it's either one of those,
Yeah.
fucking forget it.
Somebody brought in, and I'm not going to say the name of the place, but a couple days ago, somebody brought in some donuts, and I cracked a Bismarck in half and ate half of this Bismarck, and had oh man, it was so full of
Cream.
that pudding,
Yeah.
and I was just
It's straight
I
up
was
is vanilla pudding.
Oh yeah, it's just vanilla pudding. It's don't call it cream, okay?
I know.
Yeah. But I loved it. It tasted pretty good. But dude, like 30 minutes later, I had the most god awful stomach ache and had to like run for the bathroom. And I don't want to say the name of the donut place,
because then it'll give it away.
But goddamn, I will never eat a donut from there ever again. I don't think. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think?
Because it didn't
was?
taste rotten. It didn't seem like anything was rotten with it.
What do you think it was in a donut that would
I have
do that?
no idea, dude.
Because that ain't like a dairy product in there, that pudding.
No.
Because it's just straight from like, it's like that pudding that you get in
It's fucking instant Jell-O pudding.
Yeah, or the big tubs that used to be in like salad bars.
God damn, dude. I would hit that stuff so hard. So hard.
They put that in like a caulking gun and just inject it into the into the donut.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay. Off the food, off the shitting.
Yeah.
The other thing you brought up is like at the beginning, the hovers that hover at your desk.
Oh yeah.
Talk. Now, I am a guy who likes to talk, clearly. And I'm not the biggest gossiper, but I'm interested. So so I can be guilty of that, being that kind of person, like going and talking and hanging. But you brought it up for a reason, I'm assuming. I mean,
yeah, dude. Well, I think I realized today that I'm that guy.
Oh.
I'm that guy as well.
Well, I mean,
I've never really thought of myself as that guy, but I think I'm totally that guy.
Do you think you have enough self-awareness to know when your welcome is worn out?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll finally I'll go, oh boy, I'm rambling, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, I'll leave it alone.
I think I'm pretty okay at that. I'm pretty okay at that, like where it's like, okay, shut it down and move on. But and I guess it just depends on who I'm talking to too.
Right.
But
yeah, sometimes I'll probably overstay my welcome a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who doesn't?
Yeah. I'm realizing right now.
Uh-oh.
The more I talk about this, if anybody listens from work, I'm in trouble because my place it's such a tiny workplace. I have a couple of stories I want to tell, but I know right now I'm just thinking, I'm like, I can't get away with actually saying it. I'll tell you, it's been good having the first part of my work career be at places like
Jansport.
Yeah, like not just Jansport, but a couple of why can't I think of the names? What do you call that? Where you store
factory setting?
Yes, factory settings or
warehouse.
Yeah, warehouses. That's what I'm looking for. So most of my gigs early on were warehouse gigs.
Right.
And I do like the fact that like early on, I have that quote unquote office life, and now like, so it's almost like the movie Office Space for me now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But before was the movie Extract. Do you remember he did Mike Judge?
Yeah,
did
I've never seen that whole movie.
It's not good. But he does key into that other side of work environment. And
right.
Like got warehouse working as much as he got office space.
Really?
Working. Like, yeah.
Okay.
And so I've had a foot in both of those worlds. Me and JD have talked about this before. And that is a very different gut trucks rolling up at break time.
Right.
Shit like that. And yeah, I mean, I've seen some horrific shit. Like dudes that are driving forklifts with mohawks who, it's 10 in the morning, 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
They come out and they're chain smoking on their break and getting a cheeseburger off of a gut truck.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, these...
Of course. I work at... Dude, I go to construction sites.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
It's the grossest... Yeah, it's the grossest food on the planet.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's weird, man. It's like AM PM.
Yeah. On a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It's bizarre. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, I tried to like it. They would have burritos and shit like that.
Yeah.
And we had one truck that would roll through that was specific to breakfast products that came through.
Right.
This is the other thing that they would come and go. Mm-hmm. So they wouldn't get enough business at your place. They'd move on. They wouldn't even stop by anymore. But we had one that showed up that was purely breakfast products, and it was fucking great. And it was there for like 4 weeks. Never saw them again. And that always sucked because you go like, oh fuck, man, that. Or it was actually probably better for you. But I'd be like, oh, I want one of those burritos so bad, and then it wouldn't show up, and then the other one would show up that has the fucking cheeseburgers wrapped in weird cellophane and then wrapped in foil.
Yeah, and then they, for some reason, kind of taste like cellophane as well.
Yeah.
When you unwrap them. Yeah.
Like, when did they cook these?
Oh my god.
You know, and they're just sitting in, like, where are they sitting in here in the first place? Because they're just not leaving them where they're at. They're driving. It's weird, man.
Well, and the thing is, too, is like if they don't wrap them in cellophane, then they'll dry out.
Yes.
But because they wrap them in cellophane, they're all soggy.
Yes. Yeah, they steam themselves.
Yeah. So the bread is all soggy and gross. Yeah.
Good Christ.
It's double-edged sword, man.
Yeah.
Real double-edged sword. Yeah.
Do you have any problems with office furniture?
Yeah, every office furniture, like every office chair hurts my back. Like even like I've got like a specialty one in my office and it's still, it just hurts my back. I can't not slouch.
When you say specialty one, what kind of specialty are we talking?
It's called an Aeron chair.
Okay, give us a description of what we're dealing with here.
So it's like one of those super expensive office chairs. It's like it's not a fabric back, but it's like that. Oh God, it's like
that netting or whatever,
the woven netting, like the really tight netting. You know. Yeah, I mean that's the everybody knows that chair.
Sure.
It's the expensive, pricey version of it.
Maybe if I saw it. We had some unique special ones to people that had like physical, hey, I've got a back issue, so I got to have this. And we had these ones they looked like, it almost looked like a cross, like a.
Yes.
But they were fabric.
So you can sit on it. You can sit on it front ways or back ways. Right.
Yeah, but
you can use that cross as a back support, or you can kind of you can turn it around and that you can put like your arms down on the cross and stuff like that and sit like a cool kid.
I can't tell you how it works because we had like 2 people in the office that were using these chairs, and it was and it was a shared space that they worked in. And so it would be like whenever they were done, they would wheel that away. And so people would have to wheel okay, you don't have a fucked up back, so you don't get to use my weird chair.
Right.
But so I never used it, and I never understood. I looked at it, and I was like, first of all,
who would sit on this?
Who would sit on this? And if you're in such dire straits, you got to sit on something like this. Mm-hmm. God bless. That's terrible. But this thing right here it's going right up your cooter and right up your ass crack. The way it's set up, I'm like, you're basically stirruped onto this thing,
right?
And it kind of grosses me out.
You know what I had to do to get my specialty chair?
You had to go to HR.
Yep,
had to have doctor note and all sorts.
Somebody
of
from HR had to come down and talk to me about posture, and like this kid. I felt so sorry for this kid because I'm just staring at this guy like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? All I need is just the chair, man. I used to have one.
All you need is a
miracle. Just get me a new one. And he's like, hey, yeah, so like, when you're sitting,
oh no,
you gotta just try to practice and he's reading off this list. He's like, I'm new, so I just like to go through these things step by step with you. And I was like, what? I was like, I just need to order a chair, man.
You need better posture.
He goes, yeah. We'll get to that. But let me, show me how you like sit. And I was like, what? Where did you work before? And he was like, in the mailroom. And I was like, okay. So you're not really like a physical therapist or something like that. We're just gonna act like you know what you're fucking talking about. Like that I have a degrading disc in my L5.
Listen, give me one of those weird crucifix chairs. I want my balls to rest right in the fucking where the crosses meet.
I want to sit on a yoga ball.
That bullshit.
On wheels. Yeah,
that bullshit
that's
is
crazy.
crazy to me.
That's insane. That's insanity.
It's totally insane.
That's not doing any favors for anything.
It's working your core, bruh. No.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I guess, but it's also like, what are we doing?
That's got to be.
What are we doing?
Yeah, that chair like that will give you scoliosis.
Yeah. The only thing I've ever done when it comes to the furniture shit is get the up-down desk.
Yeah,
I had lower back problem.
Yeah,
and it was like
I'm not in my office enough.
Yeah.
Like I'm not inside enough to actually warrant getting one of those, but it would be nice.
So when I would work in the studio, like the actual radio studio,
Mm-hmm.
the boards were tall, so you could stand or sit.
Right.
But when I moved more to an office and a desk where I spent most of my time at the desk, it was always like it wasn't like that. So
Yeah.
my back started, and so I got one of those desktop ones they put on top. The new place we moved into, I now have one that's like
That raises and lowers.
and it's
Yeah.
pretty great.
Yeah.
But that's a game changer, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's a game changer
Yeah.
if you got.
Now, do you have the pad that you can stand on with like the different areas to like put your feet and stuff like that, like raised and
So far, I don't think I don't feel like I need that.
yeah.
It's usually like, okay, I'm tired of sitting, and then raise it up.
Sure.
I'm tired of standing,
Sure.
and then I'm tired of sitting.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth. I try to go for a walk throughout the day. I like to go,
That's good.
use
That's
the
good.
stairs instead of the.
There you go.
To the elevator sometimes.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's like
It's a good thing. Work off those 3 bagels that
Yeah.
you ate earlier.
So they
And
were
the
all
pa- and the-
plain.
Yeah.
There was no like.
I don't go for
everything.
the other other
really
bagels.
either.
Yeah. I like a plain bagel.
I don't mind it if they've got like it's like sesame seeds on them or something.
See, I don't
Fine.
if it's not like an everything bagel or something like that, or something like a
I don't like everything bagel.
I'll go for an onion bagel.
I don't like that shit. That's why I don't like an everything bagel because of the
onion.
That's such a that not burnt but like baked onion smell.
Onion smell. Yeah,
Really
you
fucks
really
your
can't
breath
get it
up
off
of it,
your
yeah.
you can't get it off your hands either,
Yes,
which is also
yeah.
a problem.
Or your
but-
upper lip if it
or
gets
your
in
upper
your
lip.
mustache.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
constantly
totally.
smelling it.
Yeah. But yeah, I normally I'll just stick with the plain bagel. I really don't like a bunch of stuff stuck to the top of bread.
For what reason?
It just bothers me.
Is it
It's like
the
what's the
mouthfeel, or is it
fucking
the-
point? No, what's the point? What's the point of this?
More textures, more
Sure.
flavor.
Okay. Great. It's just going to end up all over the fucking place.
Okay,
It's
so if
all
you-
over your
oh, that's true.
All over your pants, all over your shirt, all over the desk. You're gonna
you're
be brushing sesame seeds and fucking
for sure.
poppy seeds off of everything for
Down
weeks.
your keyboard.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck you.
Went under the goddamn key. God
Yeah.
damn it. You turn it upside down, you start shaking it
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck. It's
Yeah.
in there now.
Why in the hell is there uncooked oatmeal on the top of my bread slice?
That I don't get.
What the fuck is the point of that?
I don't get
It doesn't
that.
add any flavor. It doesn't add anything.
It helps your
to it.
colon out, bro.
Oh bullshit!
It's a
There's
little,
what like there's five pieces of it there.
little harsher to
That doesn't-
digest.
Oh Jesus!
Do
Give me a
you
break.
when
Give me
you
a
go
break.
into a Subway, do you just go with what bread do you go with if you're forced
Ooh,
to
I'll
go
always
with
go with the Italian, like the
cheese one?
the herb bread.
Italian herb? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
I like that. I like that one.
shit, huh?
Little Parmesan cheese cooked on top of it.
Yeah,
Too,
yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I'll take a melted like hardened cheese
That's
on a
pretty
bread
good stuff, like baked on top.
anytime.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Totally, because that adds flavor
It sure does.
You know what
And-
doesn't
and
add flavor?
calories, and calories.
and calories.
Yeah.
You know what doesn't add flavor or calories?
Sesames.
Fucking sesame seeds.
I like the flavor of a sesame.
Actually,
seed.
a sesame seed. I take that back.
What about a fucking poppy seed, dude?
I just got done talking about that. If it's not baked into the bread, I don't want it just
That's just
on
like
top.
sand falling everywhere when it's on top.
The,
like
well, especially on a bagel too, because
Yes.
they're usually like completely covered
Yep.
with poppy seeds.
a ton of them.
Yeah, millions of them all over the thing, and that's just annoying.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, yeah,
I would agree.
totally.
Do you have a quiet room at your work or anything?
So we are about
a
to-
lactation station.
We
if
are
you
about to embark on a big renovation of our office, which is going to turn everything into open space.
will. Oh, yeah.
Which nobody is looking forward to.
Of course.
No one is looking forward to. And I'm having a hard time seeing how this is going to get people to come back to the office.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have your own space, right?
Yeah.
With the literature that you may need to do your job, or any of like the reference books, readily available, or anything like that, which we use all the time in my line of work, like I don't see how this is going to help get people like motivated to actually come back, especially when you like a lot of the work that we do too is very solitary, or can be very solitary. Mm-hmm. So like you're buckling down and like, either researching something, getting in touch with somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And then, doing a lot of writing and, field reporting and stuff like that. And like, I don't see how this is going to fucking do anybody any good.
When you say open workspace, are you talking like you don't get your own desk? It's like anyone can use whatever desk?
It's shared. It's all shared.
Okay. I've not done that yet. We have we definitely opened up when we moved into our new building, but we still have plenty of offices, but more like cubicle shit, and everyone gets kind of their own space.
Right.
Like even, I mean, the idea of it originally was like, hey, reporters can come and go and blah, 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 and they can use whatever space. But everyone eventually goes to the same one because
right.
and
because they're comfortable with it.
Yeah, they're comfortable with it, and so that didn't quite work out for us.
Yeah, I don't see how it's going to work out for us either, and I'm a little nervous about it. Yeah, but it also annoys me to no end to hear like the older guys like just be like, oh, this is all some woke bullshit, and I'm just like I fucking hate you so much.
Yeah,
like. I just can't stand. Like I don't like this idea either. But you saying it like makes me angry.
Yeah, like oh, these pansies got it too easy. They got these spaces for their. It's like I get what I'm like somewhere in between. I'm the same way. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you idiot.
I know. Because I understand why they're doing it, but they should probably listen to their employees at the same time. Like, it drives me nuts, dude. I'm like one of the people there. I think I'm one of 3 that has now, we are the senior people in that office, and the senior staff, and so like listening to dudes that are older than me, like bitch and moan, but they've only been there for 7 years.
Right.
Like I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Like I'm the old timer here, pal. Like,
I've put in the work here.
Quit your fucking whining. You ain't got shit to whine about yet.
We had in the older building we came from, which was much larger than this building, and shared with other businesses. But we had our lactation room.
Yes.
Moved, so they moved it to a different floor, different area. I forget. And then I don't think this is pre-COVID even. Our space kind of opened up. There wasn't as many people in this area, and a lot of people kept thinking that this was the lactation station. Which was reserved for obviously that first, but it was also considered a silent space or whatever, right?
Okay, yeah.
But but they moved the lactation one, and this was just like a quiet room, but a lot of people didn't know it. But so a lot of guys didn't go in there because they were like, I don't use this again. But they just didn't know that it had changed, and I knew. So there was days where I was like hungover.
You just go and lay down in the quiet room?
Lock the door and just fucking set my alarm for like 15 minutes.
Sure.
And just fucking do a little
Is there a little couch in there?
Snoozer. It was 2 chairs, but you could push them together.
You could push them together, yeah.
And get
that's
a pretty good sleep.
That's great.
I didn't do that often, but and there was sometimes when you're putting in a long day or something and you're like, okay, I need to unplug for a little bit.
Sure.
But it was nice because people didn't know that this was open for all now, and I was like, and so I'd use that quite a bit. You
got to take advantage before people figured it out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right on.
We got with the new place. It was like and I don't care if this person hears. The new place, when we got in there, we didn't have a space, and so they were like, okay, let's take this office over and we'll create, and they frosted the windows and stuff, so it's like and someone was like, I have a futon at home, I'm just going to bring that in and put it in there in case anyone needs to rest for a little bit or whatever. So this person brought this futon in.
That person just got rid of their futon.
Sure.
That's what.
And you'll
that's
love this.
Exactly what the fuck was going on.
The futon, the cushion is like the color of like light cream.
Of course it is.
Right?
Because it used to be white.
No, you can tell it was never white.
It's just covered in like in body grease.
No, there were like wet stains on it. And I love this person. This person.
God.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're funny as hell. And they were going around the office letting everyone know this is cat drool. It's nothing gross. It's just cat drool. I'm like, that is
gross though. That is gross.
It's better than no, it's not human piss or something.
That is
but it was
gross.
like, even if you flipped it, it was like, she's like, yeah, one of my cats, when they sleep, they drool.
Yeah, that's disgusting. You know why? Because cat's breath is fucking rank, dude.
But it's baked in. It's been there so long now.
Oh, still, dude. I'll bet you it's stuck. You get your nose right down in that. It fucking just smells like tuna fish.
Oh God, man.
Ugh, nasty.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
It is
and that person just totally got rid of their
great.
fucking
She's
horrible futon.
They are funny as hell, and very obviously very self-conscious of it.
Oh, really?
No, it's fine. It's just cat drool. I'm like, what? They put a sign in there too. This is just cat drool.
It's just cat drool.
But they also knew no one used it. No one's gonna we have such a small group of people there now.
Yeah.
But you do these things that you need to do for various, availability just in case.
Sure.
But a lot of this stuff is like, no one's ever going to fucking use this.
Yeah.
I had one person who said I had to do such a quick turnaround for come back early the next day, and they have a long commute. They're like, screw it. I'm going to sleep on the futon, which they did.
Yeah.
The problem is, where this room is right next to the hallway of the entire building. Uh-huh. And he said when he was sleeping there are so many noises going on in that building at night that it kind of freaked him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And anything that anybody that went down the hallway, it would just echo, because there's this glass piece that actually is on the other side of the hallway.
Yeah.
And so he's like, you hear all sorts of weird noises, and it was just and he was like, I was constantly self-conscious that someone would come in and didn't know that I was sleeping there, and I would either scare them or they would scare me. All this shit. Yeah. So,
yeah, that would be a weird feeling.
We had somebody break into our building. This was maybe 3-4 months ago.
Oh, really?
They broke in at 4 a.m, and our building is locked down after.
Yeah.
I think it's a public building that's open to the public. I forget what times. But so someone who was working there really, really early, 4 a.m, all of a sudden they're in the kitchen getting coffee, and there's a dude in the hallway with a mask on.
Fucking way.
They come around the corner, they hear the handle being jiggled, and then they're going to get coffee, and they look. And this dude's got a backpack on, got gloves on, got a mask on. Immediately went running. You can't get into the building unless you have a key card and all this shit.
Yeah.
They called 911 and all this stuff. What they did was through the glass doors.
Yeah.
They took something that was like a telescoping thing and pushed it between the glass doors and moved it in front of the motion detector on the inside, which opened the doors up.
That's kind of genius.
And then you have to have a card to swipe to either get into the hallway for the stairs.
Okay.
Or to make the elevator work after hours.
Yeah.
Somehow they got one or the other to work, and we're going floor by floor trying to get into the offices.
Wow.
Yeah. It's kind of freaky.
Wow.
Scared the shit out of this person.
Real fucking den of thieves.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. You just watched it.
That's right. I wanted to say this before we get done. Yeah. I just watched the Den of Thieves #1.
Good for you.
As you were coming over.
Yeah, I saw the end there.
Real usual suspects type deal. It's like might even say it's like a little bit heatish, a little bit Usual Suspects.
Was it directed by a sex pest as well?
I don't believe so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah. Justin Baldoni?
Don't know who that is.
No.
Do I know who that is?
Yeah, you heard of the Hollywood fight going on between Blake Lively and
Oh,
and
yeah,
Justin
that
Baldoni?
dude. Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
That dude. Okay.
But anyway, I thought it was a pretty decent movie, man.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Did you save that for you blew it?
Yeah, should have.
You should have. No,
Should've.
it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. We were done anyways.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think,
just killed that conversation, didn't I?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, I think we've solved
All the ills
work,
of going
yeah.
back to the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we didn't even get into parking spaces, which has become a thing that's in my building.
Actually, can we talk about that for a little bit?
Sure.
Because it's a thing.
It is a thing. I know. That's why I brought
Yeah.
it up.
Okay.
I was saying, like, we could keep going. There's more. I mean,
There is more.
But,
Let's talk about this parking thing, though.
sure,
We'll
if you
end
want
with
to.
the parking topic. Go for it.
nothing. I just know that, like,
Nothing.
well, what? I didn't hear the question actually. Well, it's just your typical bullshit. I mean, you only have so many limited spaces in our building. A lot of people like come and go, and so it's either not a battle or it's just a fucking battle. I got a piece of paper put on my car saying, "This isn't your spot. Don't park here."
Okay.
Literally
this
2
is
days-
this is what I wanted to talk about.
Literally 2 days after an email went out that said parking is no longer reserved in the garage number 1, which I parked in.
Uh-huh.
So for a while there was all this stuff like there's numbers. They sent an email out building wide saying no more reserved parking in there. So like the second day I decided, well, fuck, I'm going to park over in this spot because it's a better spot. I get a
Yeah.
thing on my car. And I just wrote on it and put it in the spot. Check your email. It's all open for everyone now, or something like that. And I just set it like in the
Yeah.
spot.
I mean, that makes a little bit more sense to me about like why somebody would have ownership over a spot. But like in my parking garage, people have ownership over spots, and there has never been assigned spots.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So they get into
And
it like,
people-
hey, that's my spot. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Couple people in particular
Yeah.
have gotten kind of heated when somebody is parking in their quote unquote spot, which is ridiculous. The other thing that pisses me off is like dudes with big ass trucks that are parking in
Yeah.
compact spots.
Yeah.
Which just fucking drives me
Yeah.
nuts because there are bigger spots for trucks of that size. Just they're at the other end of the fucking parking
Yeah, and they don't wanna-
lot, and
yeah.
they don't want to park that far
Yep.
away from the exit. And it, oh my god, it just fucking makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
These assholes.
We have the garage going in and out, the door.
Yeah.
Our garage is not big enough for 2 cars. Just like one can go in or out of the
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And it's so funny to me the amount of times where I'm pulling into the garage, I hit the button to open it, and someone is backing out of a spot as I'm pulling in, and I think to myself, you know we both can't fit going through this door, you coming out, me coming in.
Yeah.
You heard the garage door start to open, so you know someone's coming in,
yeah.
and if you continue to back up, I can't get by you. So like today I came in, this car's backing out, I'm like opening it up, and as I'm coming in, I can see in their parking spot, they're in their spot still as I come
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
And their reverse lights are on, and I'm like, you're not going to back up. And then back up right in front of me. And I'm like, and then they go, oh yeah. And they pull back into their spot. And I go, I was like, how do you,
Just think for a
Have some
second.
fucking
Just for a
self-awareness.
second. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Now I just got an electric car, right? And at my work, you can charge your car for free.
Oh, really?
There is a bank of chargers in our parking garage.
We have a bank of
And
like
it's-
3, but you have to pay, I think.
Yeah, ours is free,
That's
and
cool.
it's a bank of probably like, oh, let's see, there's 4 in the middle, and then there's I think 10 along this one wall.
Wow, that's
right.
pretty
So
good.
it's a fair amount, right?
Yeah.
And it's super convenient. Now, I show up to work super early, right? So when I get to work, like there's always chargers available. So, however, when a lot of other people get to work, there are no more available, right? And so it's turned into this whole, like, people leaving notes on people's car windshields. Like, if your car's still there, like, after a certain time, like, if you've been charging for 6 hours and, like, you know, somebody's like, hey, you know, you got to come back in and move your car.
We've had emails go around because we have such limited, but it's like, you can't just leave your shit to charge there all day.
All
basically.
day. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, luckily, I get off early because I haven't gotten anything like that yet. But I'm just waiting for the day that comes. I don't actually charge it there all that often either, just because of that.
Yeah.
Too. And you really don't need to. It's like an electric car. It's fucking great, dude. You don't need to charge it all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably don't need to charge it as much as people who don't have an electric car think you do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
but it's funny, man. It really plays into the whole inter-office politics. Quite a bit. Yeah.
Do you have the public park in your garage?
No.
Okay,
Thank
so
God.
both of the buildings that I've worked in the last few years,
It's public parking
have public
too.
parking.
Yeah.
You have to pay.
That's insane.
Yes. And the one that I'm in now is very small. And they only open it up if there's a special event at Climate Pledge typically.
Oh, yeah.
So, but the bullshit is, typically what they do is they charge the people to come in and park. And then when the event starts, they just leave the garage door open. And then the people leave. And then, but they basically tell them this thing wraps at like 10. If you don't get your car out of here by 11, although you can open up the garage door that we have from the inside. So even if you were to leave, you could open it up. So, but they leave it open like an hour after the thing ends, and then they
Whatever the event is. Yeah.
But the problem is for me is sometimes I have to go in for emergency reasons, and there'll be a fucking event, and
There'll be
pull
no
up.
parking.
Yep. I pull in and I go, God damn it. There's like a cracking game.
Yeah.
So the door's open. Immediately it's like, shouldn't even bother to even try. It's
right.
like so fucked.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
And then there's no street parking around there either.
Yeah. I mean, we do. So we have a couple of different lots. We have one outside lot.
Okay.
That usually I don't think they sell, but it's a pain in the ass. You got to drive down the back alley and go down and park it down there. You got to, it's like this whole kind of rigmarole. And if you're in a hurry, it's an emergency. You got to get in there because, you're off air or something. Mm-hmm. It's a pain in the ass. But just
finding parking in that, like if you have to park on the street in that neighborhood, it sucks.
It is madness.
And I would hate, and you know what? I completely understand, because if I lived in that neighborhood, like, I would be livid.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole deal when they were talking about redoing Key Arena into Climate Pledge. There was all this talk of why even do it, because there's not enough parking around there.
Yeah.
And so if they get an NBA team back and all that shit, it's not. But when there's an event, I'm usually leaving when the event is starting. So I usually don't get the brunt of it, but it's usually they're coming in as I'm going.
Yeah.
But it's still people looking for parking on the street and the shit they do.
Oh, man.
It's so annoying, dude.
Parking in front of fire hydrants, like blocking people's driveways,
all sorts of crazy shit. Or just like turning around in the middle of the street because there's a parking spot on the other side, and so they're just like, I'm just going to pull a U-turn and fuck all of you coming both directions so I can try and get this spot before anyone else.
Yeah.
It's like, what? It's like, good Lord. So, all right, we did it.
Okay.
We're done now.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, be safe out there, and if you got to go back to the office,
just remember, clean the toilet seat. You leave something behind, just clean that toilet seat.
Watch your pubes.
Man. Yeah, be a good person.
Watch your fucking pubes, and they're your own pubes. Just brush them into the toilet.
Yeah,
that's all you got to do, or blow them off onto the floor. That's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Pick them up with your teeth.
All right, then.
All right.
Till next time.
Did you ever take a dump made you feel like you just slept for 12 hours?